G'day, welcome back. I started to do some patching of a drywall. I thought, before I go too far, how about I make a video of this, because I'm sure not everybody knows how to do it. So what happened here, I had a data point installed there, and a big 4-way power point there. Of course, the lovely wife didn't like the look of it being up a little bit higher. This is above a desk here. So yeah, I put it down below the desk. So now I've got 2 big holes to patch. Now, as you can see, I've got a timber stud there, but nothing here. So I've already started. I started to trace the outline of the piece of Gyprock I'm going to insert in there. So the best thing to do is first cut a nice square piece of Gyprock that's going to cover your hole. Now I wanted to go a bit further here to pick up this stud so I can screw into it. And I'm going to use a bit of timber, screw it in behind there so I can fix that Gyprock to it. So let's begin to cut this out. Now, of course, before I go too far, you've got to realise that there will be more than likely be cables in your wall. There's a couple of datas there, and that's the more dangerous one. There's a power cable right there, but I can see it, so that means I won't hit it. But just don't go too gung-ho and just start stabbing that saw in, because you just never know what is there. Right, it can be a bit tricky getting around the stud. You just got to put your saw on an angle. And then find the other side of the stud and cut back that way. And that should get that. There you go. Continue cutting down. Might go a little bit more there. Again, on the angle, and on the angle this side. Be careful with the cable. Now, just about got this. There she goes. Pull that out towards you. You might have a nail or at least some glue there, so it might be a bit tricky to get off there. And there we go. So now, clean all this up so it's nice and smooth, so the new Gyprock's going to fit in nicely there. Try and get all that glue off. Maybe here I might have to use a knife or a scraper. I got a trusty old boot knife. These things last forever. Bit easier to use than a Stanley knife, for example. So you want to get that nice and smooth, then cut that bit of Gyprock there, so it's a nice flat finish. You can go a bit deeper if you have to. Take a bit of timber off, doesn't really matter. You can always bog it up with a bit of filler later once the new Gyprock's on. Oh, there we go. Now you can almost peel it off now. Do that last little bit. There we go. Right, that should be a nice flush finish. Okay, just put the camera in a different spot so I can use my hands freely to screw this in. So put that behind there. Get our screw good to go on the drill, ready to go. Hold it in tight. And then nice and gentle until that's just countersunk enough so we can fill over it. careful not to go, if you go too far, you're just gonna squash that Gyprock right up. So now, it's just a matter of putting your board on the right way up. And probably, yeah, 4 screws. Bang, 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 bang. And we'll plaster over it and Bob's your uncle. So 4 screws. Now I can see where the timber is, just through the gap there. But if you get a really good join and you can't see it, would have been a good idea to mark it first. Once again, just be careful how far you go in. Now, yeah, bit of indentation, probably about a mil there, pretty flush everywhere else. But yeah, once we put some plaster there and smooth it right off, that shouldn't even be able to notice it. Okay, now it's time to add your plaster. This is one I recommend. You can get it from Bunnings warehouse in Australia. Definitely go to the building section to get this, rather than the home hardware or section. Much better product, easier to use. So you want a small scraper and a wide one. The wide one will do your complete coverage after you put on the bulk of it with the small one. So apply like that, just like icing a cake. You can slap as much as you want on. If you sort of do your prep work and do a bit of tape that I've done and a bit of a cloth there, don't have to worry about making a mess. This is where the wide one comes into play. So with one of these scrapers, pretty much the rule is, if you want to apply more plaster, you hold it close to the, or parallel to the wall. If you want to scrape more off, you just hold it closer to 90 degrees. So you can see, more goes on. More comes off. As you can see, got a bit of a hole there, so I'll whack a bit more in. Rightio, well that should do me. I'll wait for it to dry now, give it a good couple of hours. I probably might leave it for 24 hours actually, then we'll sand it up. If we feel it's not smooth enough, we can give it another top coat, but I think that should be okay. Then we can give it a paint with the same colour as the wall, and we're good to go. So please like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.